Hey, how's it going? It's Scott here with the next Free Zone Self-Respect Project installment. Feeling better about being on camera. This is a good thing. I just got back from Los Angeles and I'm easing into my routine, and I wanted to, get back to setting up a clip. So here we are. Little recap. The Free Zone Self-Respect Project is the intention is to live in the free zone. The free zone represents personal freedom. It starts by knowing and believing that you matter. The reason why you matter is because you were born. That has an allocation of self-worth that is exactly the same for everyone alive. The idea is to know that you matter and want to live like you matter, and act like you matter, and think like you matter, and decide like you matter, with using free zone thoughts, decisions, and actions to propel you into the free zone or sustain you there. I'd also like to say that I define respect as to hold something in high regard. So the idea is to hold yourself in high regard because you matter. And the reason why you matter is because you're alive and you were born and you are allocated with the same amount of self-worth as everyone else in the whole entire world, regardless of what you look like, what you have, what you don't have, accomplishments or failures. They do not equate in the equation, right? Equate in the equation to self-worth. Self-worth is a birthright, and it's allocated to every one of us in the same amount at birth. So here we are, moving right along. I was texting with someone, and they had basically told me that they were having a tough time. That someone had they were treated in a manner that was totally disrespectful. So in my mind, I thought, they were treated from someone, at the worst. Someone treated them at their worst, and of course, that made me think of when I've been treated at someone's worst, and then the ball started to roll, and the thoughts started to, think, and I basically it came to me, really. That's what happens. It usually just comes to me. I open up. I allow myself to think of a topic, but then, words and thoughts and inspirations come to me. So anyway, what came to me is, it's my responsibility when someone treats me at their worst to deal with it at my best. Okay, so at my best, what does at my best mean? What's a tangible explanation for my best? How can I actually put that into practice? Because saying your best is very vague. So anyway, when somebody treats me at their worst, and I want to deal with it at my best, because here's the thing, first and foremost, when someone's treating you, me, anyone at their worst, it's already the worst. It's not a good situation. So the first thing I think of is I don't want to make it worse than worse. And how do I do that? I do that by treating and dealing with it at my best. First and foremost, I don't say anything. I try my best not to reply in any way in defense. Whether that's saying something or writing something, I don't reply in defense. The second thing that I do is I try my best to not take it personal, to know that this person has merit, has something going on that they mean, and they have, maybe a twisted sense of view of what's going on. So if I think someone's having a twisted sense of view of what's going on, and they're directing it at me, and as a result they're coming at me at their worst, then I have compassion and understanding immediately for them. So the first free zone thought to think is, I don't want to make this worse. Worse is worse enough. I don't want to make this double worse. The second free zone thought, and I'm saying free zone thoughts because I'm trying to put a category on thoughts. Free zone thoughts catapult you into the free zone, they keep you peaceful, or they sustain you in the free zone. So a free zone thought, or an I matter thought, would be, I'm not going to reply in defense. I'm going to have compassion and understanding for this person's possible twisted nature. that's coming at me like this. And I'm also going to have, basically, I'm going to be thankful that it's not me that's twisting out of proportion. I'm going to basically make sure that I don't make it worse by not saying anything and not writing anything in defense. I'm going to have compassion and understanding for this person and what they might be going through that's twisting them out of norm. And the third thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to have gratitude that it's not me that's twisting out of proportion and acting at my worst. And when I do all these things, it helps me not be affected so much by somebody's worst. So the way that I deal with someone's worst at my best is that I don't make it worse by acting in defense. I basically have compassion and understanding for someone's twisted nature that they might be going through. And I have gratitude and appreciation that it's not me flipping out. And when I think all these thoughts, it sustains me in the free zone, in personal freedom. I'm not bent out of shape. Yeah, I may be disappointed, but I'm not devastated. There's a huge difference for me in being disappointed and not devastated. Devastating is debilitating. Disappointing doesn't last long. So, that's what I wanted to say. When someone treats you at their worst, it's your responsibility, my responsibility, I guess your responsibility if you want, to deal with it at your best. And those three things, we're going to call them free zone thoughts, free zone decisions, can help if you want. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.